Has a look.
A little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always.
Kuzma to James. 5 to shoot was impressive.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space.
Basket. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times, things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Davis to James. Here, great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Gets a look and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
LeBron James wins 1 championship in LA. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Short jumper off the mark. To Simmons. Horford to Simmons. LeBron James able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark. LeBron into the front court. 10-0 is the score. To Davis. To Cousins. Has a chance. DeMarcus Cousins missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Simmons to Richardson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Simmons with it. His team leads it by 10. To Horford. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball.
LeBron James. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Kuzma to Danny Green. To James. Going a launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Harris to Richardson. Nice pass to set things up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's James controlling the offense. to Davis. Probing the defense. Anthony Davis. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Down the lane, the shot. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Los Angeles, they have it, and flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons into the front court. Up a dozen to Horford. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Simmons. Short jumper stays out.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
James to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Ref blows the whistle, and he calls a 5-second back-to-the-basket violation.
I got ball.
James to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now 4 for 6.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Screen.
Harris to Simmons. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
James to Davis. Sixers have the basketball. LeBron James swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Now a steal by Philly. Has a look. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
And AD with some touch.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Tobias Harris. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
James to Davis. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
He buries it off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers control it. Simmons. Lakers have it. Across the timeline comes James. Now down 6. They go down to Davis. To Caldwell Pope. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. The shot clock expires. From the outside, no good. Simmons. Had a good look there, but it's no good. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Quarter comes to an end. It's the Sixers out in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. To James.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Here comes the screen. Philadelphia with the basketball. LeBron James with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
On the shot clock. To Richardson. Whoa! What a finish!
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about
it. LeBron into the front court. Down 6.
Pick up, match up.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
LBJ has it.
I got ball.
JaVale McGee to James. Not that time.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Screen coming. Simmons. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. The shot by Simmons won't go down. Caldwell Pope to James. Ben Simmons tips it. Out of bounds off Ben Simmons. Time for some new personnel into the game. James, not that time. He misses. Simmons to Horford. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Has a chance. He's shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
It's James. Shakes free and hits.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Sixers have the basketball. To Horford. Sizing up the defense. Oh, he missed a short one there. Kuzma. Down for McGee. McGee powers it through. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Simmons to Horford. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
LeBron with it up top. Down just a couple. Screen coming. Curling inside. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. JaVale McGee with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Sixers control. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Takes stock of the floor. Simmons to Embiid. Fires the three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw. It's the second. One more coming.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 0, Josh Richardson. Number 3.
No good. Made the first two, missed the last. James to Davis. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Simmons to Embiid. DeMarcus Cousins pins it. That's his third block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Simmons. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. LeBron into the front court. Lead is 2. To Danny Green. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Simmons with it. Down 2. To Embiid. Short jumper. Won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Danny Green to James. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Here comes the screen. 4-3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Harris to Simmons. Rises for the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
James to Danny Green. Snared by Embiid. Harris to Embiid. To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Simmons to Embiid. And the Lakers with the rebound. Los Angeles has the basketball. James to Davis. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Joel Embiid. He's 3 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Kuzma to James. From long range, he was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Richardson to Tobias Harris. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Not going down for him this time. James to Kyle Kuzma. James. They'll get it down to Davis. Doesn't get the bounce. LeBron James rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Cousins to James. And 2 for AD.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Sixers call for time as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And scores. Strong take.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Horford. Probing the defense. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Across the timeline comes James. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. To Cousins. And throws it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lakers have it. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. First half in the books. The Lakers have the lead.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Have a look at the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The 76ers aren't down by too much at the half.
And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up.
Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Blocks.
Very physical basketball in the first half from these squads. Lots of block shots and some great defensive intensity.
Player of the half.
The chosen one tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
It's not often you see a guard pile up this many blocks. It just shows you how athletic he really is.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here comes the screen. LeBron James. And the rebound taken down by Harris. Simmons with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Embiid. Horford. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Josh Richardson. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
James to Davis. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
For the Lakers, Anthony Davis to the line, shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Harris to Simmons. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. James into the front court. Leads 4. To Davis. Danny Green to James. Sixers have it. Anthony Davis able to recover with the block. Josh Richardson, 3 for 6 now.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
LeBron James with the rock. To Cousins. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. DeMarcus Cousins. Huge block. 4th this contest.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Simmons into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Horford. Shot from the lane won't go.
I got ball. That's me.
Davis to Kyle Kuzma. No good. Defense catching a break there. Richardson to Simmons. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards. as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Sixers have the basketball. Richardson to Simmons. Josh Richardson, 4 out of 7.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
LeBron with it up top. His group now down 2. Danny Green to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
In the front court comes Simmons. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Shot from in close, no good. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Danny Green to Davis. Here comes the screen. Here's Davis. It's Embiid with the rebound. Sixers control it. Harris to Richardson. Here comes the screen. Simmons gets it in the left corner. To Simmons. For 3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Danny Green to Cousins. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. To Horford. Simmons. That out of his range and no good. And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
DeMarcus Cousins has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
We all know that's the part of Ben Simmons' game that he needs to work on in order to take his game to the next level. He has to become a respectable shooter because even if he puts his head down and gets to the rim and gets fouled, he only shoots 56% from the free throw line. By the way, DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were better free throw shooters last year than Ben Simmons. Wow.
Richardson to Simmons. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Danny Green to Davis. Simmons with it. Leads 3. Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Lakers ball to Davis. Kuzma. Probing the defense to Davis. And he scores. Unguardable, Jay.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Simmons with it. Up by 3. Richardson in a matchup with Boogie. And he finishes at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Danny Green to Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope to Davis. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Anthony Davis lets it go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good as he finishes off the 3-point play. They're back within a bucket. Simmons into the front court. Looking to make something happen. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things out. A 4-point game. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Can't miss those. To Simmons. JaVale McGee swats it. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Raul Neto, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Into the front court comes Rondo. The deficit now up to 5. To Caldwell Pope. Chance for Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins looking good. 4 for 5.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Cousins to Caldwell Pope. To Cousins. able to convert inside.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Watch that cut.
To Richardson.
Shoot it.
Oh, he had it. Caldwell Pope. To Cousins. In the slam.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. The jumper's off the mark. Caldwell Pope. Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Here's Rondo with it. Leads just a point. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Richardson. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Richardson steps out and hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Rondo into the front court. Shot clock off as they look to move out in front. Almost unlucky bounce. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's all even at the end of this quarter. All even through 3 quarters. Who can pull away as we get started here in the 4th?
Keep their opponents to under 100 points. Everyone gets a free taco.
To Horford. It's a big finish.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Richardson.
Screen coming up. Ball.
Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
LeBron into the front court. Down just a couple. Davis. To James. To Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Nobody even close. Count the basket for Caldwell Pope.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
And he knocks it down, Jay.
Old school equals high percentage.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal. talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
It's James controlling the offense.
I told you the screen was coming.
Sizing up the defense. James. Now a steal by Philly.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Horford. Not that time. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. LeBron into the front court. His team up by 1. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Richardson. And a throwdown. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the player's left ear and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it. He has his team's attention.
I got more. Pick up. Match up. Entering the game for the 76ers, number 43.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Richardson. Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. To James. And stuffs it home.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Horford. Off the assist.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Jonah Bolden with a piece. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Horford to Richardson. Knocked loose. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Anthony Davis lets it fly, knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
And scores.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Davis. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson, defended by Cousins. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. James to Kyle Kuzma. It was right there. Kuzma. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. To Simmons. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Kyle Kuzma. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. In the front court comes Simmons. His guys now down by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Harris to Simmons. The drive right to the basket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. LBJ to Kyle Kuzma. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. James into the front court. Leads 3. To Davis. Here's James. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Lets it fly from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. To Horford. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Danny Green. Now a steal by Philly. Horford to Embiid. And 2 points to the board.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
LBJ with it. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. To Kyle Kuzma. They work it down to Cousins. Joel Embiid tips it. Here's Simmons with it up top. They trail by 1. Easy path to the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Danny Green to James. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Simmons with it. Leads one. To Horford. Anthony Davis sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Danny Green sends it away. Shot clock violation. Substitution being made in this one. James to Danny Green. Davis to Cousins. Just not going down.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Simmons to Horford. DeMarcus Cousins with the block. Ooh, 5 now. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Los Angeles, they have it. Here comes the screen. James to Cousins. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game.
The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in store for honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Here comes the intentional foul with 10 seconds on the clock.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Good look that time, but off the mark. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Long key from three-quarters court. The Sixers are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The 76ers did what great teams do best: finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Lakers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Simmons was aggressive today with his scoring his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.